Here's the thing. I have a dilemma because there's a project that I'm working on right now. I thought I could get it done in 2 weeks. I can't get it done in 2 weeks. I know I can get it done in 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks, the project will be done. In the meantime, I really can't be working on any other crochet projects that will take me away from that crochet project that I really need to get done. That being said, I've listened to everybody's comments and I've seen all those lovely videos that you guys have tagged me in. I'm gonna fix this, okay? I'm gonna fix the lampshade. I'm gonna do it. A lot of people will tag me in lampshade videos of how the people will take this and then dip it in glue and then put it on a balloon and then make a lampshade. And I love that idea. I don't know why I didn't think about it when I made this, but it's gonna happen. This week's project is I'm going to disassemble this. I don't know how I put it all together, and I'm going to make Lampshade 2.0. When I first originally made this lampshade, this was back in 2022. Really that long ago? I got inspired by season 4 of Stranger Things, particularly this lampshade, and I kind of still want to make this lampshade. Maybe let's experiment with the lampshade I already have that's just been sitting around and been tossed to the side and to many random piles. And here's the thing, this wasn't even the video. This wasn't even the idea for the video. I was actually gonna take apart some other crochet projects and fix them, and then I came into the camper and I saw this lovely lampshade sitting here. I'm like, you know what? I should do something about that. And what I find so funny is that I know a lot of knitters, they have a lot of like whip projects or like whip bags in the sense of like WIP, work in progress. I have projects that are done, but something about them that I want to change and I haven't done it, and then they just stay in a pile and I don't wear them and I don't use them until I fix them. I never fix them. But today's different. We're gonna do this. How I'm gonna do this, I don't know, but I wanted a project where I didn't have to crochet anything. Everything on here is just basically sewn together, so I just have to disassemble the whole thing, get some glue, like Elmer's glue from elementary school, like a big jug of that, and some balloons. But then I gotta figure out what size of balloons, and then I have to figure out, am I gonna use all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels? Probably. Like, I think it would look so cute in here. Like I could, oh, right there, right over there. We're just gonna turn this for a second. It's a mess, don't worry. Hang it like right in between the living room and the kitchen. You're new to my channel and you like crocheting. You also like me taking apart things that I made 3 years ago. 2 years ago? I don't know, many moons ago. Why not hit that subscribe button? So I think that pretty much does this for this intro, because I gotta start taking this thing apart. That way I can start gluing it, and who knows how long it's gonna set. I don't know. That is what I'm gonna do, is take this thing apart, figure out from there. I just wanted a project that I didn't have to focus on crocheting anything. Maybe some sewing, I can do that, but I think all the elements are here. I just need to take it apart and redo it, and that's what I'm gonna do. I am at Michael's now because I have to buy glue. I tried looking online for like people who made similar lampshades, but I think mine is just a little bit too extreme. I went to YouTube and I'm like, DIY or how to make a crochet lampshade. I know what the first 2 videos that popped up were my videos. That's not gonna help me because I'm redoing it. There was more tutorials on TikTok than anything, but they still weren't doing it the way that I wanted to do it. A lot of people just had like more rounder types of projects, and you saw mine. I have 6 panels. I think I'm gonna get Elmer's glue, or if they have like their own Craft Smart cheap glue, that's fine. And I think you like mix it with water. And then I gotta get a really big balloon. So they have party supplies, I'm pretty sure, in here, but also Canadian Tire and Walmart is like right over there. And so I can look for like a big balloon if I have to in there. If not, I can go to Walmart because it needs to be a big balloon. It needs to be a balloon that's bigger than my project, so that way I can blow it up to the size that I need it to be without it popping in my face. And then I scream. Going into Michael's and grabbing those 2 things that I need, and then hopefully they have the balloons there. If they don't have the balloons, then I gotta go somewhere else, because I gotta start it today because I don't know how long it's going to dry. Today's Monday. It needs to be done by Friday. I also have to take the whole thing apart, so that will happen when I get home. But for now, gotta go get my supplies. Also, if anybody has seen my latest, it was not my latest YouTube video, but one of my YouTube videos where I dressed as Wirt from Over the Garden Wall. I have the Rock Fact Rock, which I painted, and I've actually had this in my car for over a year now. I just love him. And then for another prop, I actually just finished making it the other day, is like the Forcera tape. It's actually Romantic Classics that I got at a thrift store, and I thought it was very fitting for this, and now it just sits in my car. And it's just a cute little prop in my car. Anyways, going into Michael's now. So I went right to the glue section to look for the glue. The prices, I was thinking about getting that littler one because it was $17, and then for like an extra $1, you got this huge jug, and so obviously I had to go with the deal. And I went to the balloon section. No, didn't find the balloon I needed, so I did have to go to Walmart. This is what it looks like right now. Again, it's a lot of coat hangers. Don't know why I thought it seemed like a good idea 2 years ago to do this. Don't really think it's a great of a deal now. I'm going to take it all apart. Where do I even start? These are all off. So now that those are off, I'm going to cut these off the panels now. They're so awkward, and I just don't want to cut the actual project, and I just don't know how to do it. All right, one panel is done. Now I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more panels. So yay. Okay, well, it's just the bones now, so this is what it looks like. I forgot I used so much tape on this thing. That's done. I can throw that on the floor now. And now I just have to like tidy up and just take all the little strands off, and then I'm going to use my clippies. I did not have these clips when I first made this, and that would have helped me so much if I would have had them. With time comes knowledge. That was corny, but it's true. I'm gonna sew all these back together, and then once they're all sewn together, then I'm going to re-sew these. I was kind of thinking about sewing these after it's been glued and everything, and I'm like, how am I going to get a needle through glue, right? I also realized I do not have the color of this right now, or this brown, in the house. It's somewhere in the camper. So now I gotta go to the camper and find the right yarn, and then we can sew this together. So I gotta figure out what colors these were. Now this was back in 2022, so I wasn't using this color at the time, although that is what I would use nowadays. That's not it. What do you think? Do you think that's the same color? Looks pretty similar. And where I'm going to be attaching it, I am going to be putting the brown yarn over top of it anyways. So we'll go with that. All right, now I just have to find the chocolate brown, which I think might be this color. This might even have been the original yarn I used. I don't know. I buy this yarn a lot. Okay, so I got the yarn, and now I can go back in the house. All pinned together. I actually pinned the back sides together, so the back sides are what you're seeing right now, because I'm going to sew it up here, and then on the good side, that is when I'm going to put these guys in and redo that. So that's what it's looking like. Just gonna sew this up now. Honestly, like, I forgot how much I really like this. Also, there's cat hair all over it, because at one point I kind of got squished, and then my cat Pippin, I do have another cat, Pippin. She's never really in my room, so she spends more time with Brittany, and Totoro spends time with me. Anyways, she was sleeping on this for a while, and then I couldn't move it because that was her new little bed, and didn't want to do that. But she doesn't like it anymore, so I'm gonna make it a lamp again. So I noticed that the opening was just a little too open. So what I did is I just got my yarn needle and the same color thread, and I just kind of like wove in and out, and then I can just pull it and then kind of have that closed up just a little bit more. Like, I'm thinking like that's good for an opening, because I need to still like fit the light bulb and stuff in. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to sew all this back on. Kind of wish I would have done that to begin with, but you know, it is what it is. How I did it last time was I sewed it from here, and then I went around, and then I stopped it here, and then I would start the next one like up here, and then go around and do that. Kind of went like this, you know, so that way it's like kind of covering that up. Do one and kind of see how that looks, and then figure out what to do from there. I forgot to film that. I was just in the zone. I was gonna like maybe do half of it and then film the other half of me attaching it, and I just realized I finished it without filming. But I think you guys get the gist. All I did was take these guys, and just took this thing, this is an extra one now, and just kind of clipped it and then just sewed it. This one was actually the center one, but because I made the center smaller, I was able to use this one to cover the centerpiece there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to connect all the tops together, and then I'm gonna go in here and I am just going to weave in all the ends because I want it all woven in before I glue this thing up. I'm also really nervous about gluing it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Okay, I'm really trying to move around the garage to find good lighting. Anyways, this is the best I can do for right now because it is dark out. Here's the thing, I actually like it when it gets dark early. I don't know why, I like it better because I feel like when it's light out, I feel like I need to be doing more things. But when it's dark out, I'm like, it's crochet time. I'm in the garage. If you watched last week's video of me and my dad making a yarn bowl, and when I mean that, I mean my dad making the whole yarn bowl and me just watching. It was done right here. Anyways, I got my supplies. This, okay, so this is what it's looking like. Also, I did buy the balloons. I forgot to show you because I went into a Walmart and I just don't feel comfortable filming in a Walmart. I bought these ones. These were the largest balloons that you could possibly get. They are punch balloons. I've never heard of these. Are these a new craze for kids? Because when I was a kid and you wanted a punch balloon, you just got a regular balloon and tied a string to the end of it. But this is its own thing. It's also the biggest balloon that they had. Hair keeps falling out because it's too short to go in a thing, but it's too, I don't know. I'm getting choppy right now. When I mean choppy, I mean I'm ready for a haircut. It's always around this time where I'm like, you know what? I want my hair to be cut. And I'm kind of thinking of just leveling it. Every year around this time, I have to cut my hair. And I think that's what I'm gonna do eventually. The balloon diameter is 16 inches. All the other regular balloons are 12 inches or 11 inches. So I got the biggest one possible. If it's still not big enough, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna blow up the balloon before I get the glue. Because if I have to get another balloon, I don't want this thing to be full of glue. All right, so I blew up the balloon and it's only this big. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is big enough, but I feel like if I put any more air into this, it's going to explode on me. I probably should have blown up the balloon before I did all the stitching. Really like that 6 panels. Like I really want 6 panels. I think the most that this balloon can do is 4 panels. Like if I take two of those panels off, 4 panels would work. It took so much time. Why would I do this to myself? I think I'm gonna make it 4 shades. I'm gonna take 2 shades off because like that looks okay. But then I have all this. I now have to take 2 panels off and I'm gonna make it a 4 panel. Back in the house I go. And then I'll come back and finish this. As you can see, I've got the balloon done and I got that on. Okay, 4 panels. It pains me to the fact that I actually had to go down to 4 panels. I want the 6 panel look. I just can't achieve it at this moment. I'm sure there's probably a better way. Anyways, what's really great about these balloons is because they are, again, punch balloons. There's this, and it's an elastic, and I guess you can like punch it, right? Is that it comes with its own little string. A lot of videos that I saw, they actually would tie a string to the bottom of the balloon, but when you do that, you get this weird shape, and I don't want that shape. I want it to be more rounded at the top. And so if you're gonna do this at home, I would highly suggest get the punch balloons, and I think they were only like $4 for a pack of 4, 3 something, so it's like not bad. At least with this, you know you can get it this big, and if you want it smaller, you can make it smaller. That's what the balloon looks like, and that's what the top of it looks like right there. Just have to clean that bucket out, and then I'm gonna make my glue and water mixture, and then this thing is gonna go inside of it. I ended up getting this container from Dollarama. This is the glue I put in. I think I put way too much glue in. I did put more water than glue. A lot of times it's said to use like 20 to 80 ratio kind of thing. As you can see here, I did not dilute the glue enough because there's a lot of little glue flakes and stuff, so you know, I really had to get those out of the lampshade before I hung up the lampshade. Once I thought that the lampshade was saturated enough in this goop of glue and water, I really wrung it out as much as I possibly could because I didn't want it to be really wet. Again, I didn't really do a ton of research. I just knew you had to put glue in some water and then put the thing into the water. So I didn't really want it to be soaking wet, so I wrung it out as best as I could. Could have swore I hit the record button. I'm not doing that again. Yeah, I thought I hit the record button, but I didn't, so I did not record myself putting it on the balloon, but essentially all I did was just slide it back over the balloon and put it in the shape that I wanted, and it was really easy. Next day, checking in, still very, very, very wet. It's also really warm out, so I'm really happy with that, but it is very wet still. What I ended up doing yesterday is I kind of like picked these things up because I want them to be stuck up like, like this. It's not looking too bad. It's hanging on. It's hanging on by a thread. This is like the elastic that belongs to the balloon, but I put a metal thing because I did not trust that elastic. I'm gonna have to let it dry probably for like, 3-4 days. If it gets a little chilly, I might bring it into the house, into the basement. But we'll leave it for like a day or two and then check on it again. It is now Wednesday. It's still very damp and gluey. Or maybe I should just bring it in the house now. I thought it would be a little bit more dry by now, and it is not. My dad said that I should have put more glue on. If I would have put more glue on, the thing would have been like really, really soaked. So I think I'm gonna bring this in the house now. On Thursday, I ended up going to the thrift store to find a lampshade that I could take apart and make my lampshade better. I really just needed that round circle part on the top of a lampshade to attach to mine. I also found a cute little paper wastebasket too. This is the lampshade that I decided to buy. This was the smallest circumference of this type of thing at the store. I think it's too small for the plug that I want to go through. I'm gonna have to cut this. Hopefully it can get cut. And then I need to take this whole paper lampshade off because I want the metal thing on the top. Okay, so it's Friday. I started this on Monday, okay? I needed time for this balloon to dry. The balloon, or not the balloon, but the thing on the balloon to dry. It's pretty dry, so I'm going to be popping it today. I did ask my dad for help. He cut this part off because I bought this from Amazon. I know somewhere in my vast of clutter, I do have a light that I had in the old pendant. I don't know where it is, and I didn't want to get frustrated looking for it and then realizing like today I don't have it and then I have to order it and then I gotta wait a whole day for it. So I just went on Amazon and I bought this. Came out to be like $18. Here's the thing, I don't know electrical. I don't do electrical things, so I was not gonna like hardwire or wire or anything. So I just bought this plug that does everything for you. I do want to point out right now, so I don't get any comments, I'm using an LED energy efficient light bulb. These light bulbs do not get hot. It is not the 1990s anymore, okay? You can touch a light bulb and not burn your finger. It is not gonna catch on fire. Also, the light bulb is not going to be touching the physical lampshade. And the light itself is not even gonna be on. I don't wanna say it all, but I want it in here, so it will be on when I'm in here and it will be shut off and unplugged when I am not in here. I know I'm going on a little bit of a rant, but I want everybody to know I'm not gonna start a fire. It is an LED light bulb, okay? So you plug it in here, and what I like about this one is it actually has a little power switch. So if I wanted to keep it plugged in, I can keep it plugged in and just turn it on using this. But me being me, I unplug everything when I'm not in this camper. When I'm not using it, it gets unplugged. So I got that. It also came with this little pack, which you can't really see. It comes with like all the hardware to install it into your ceiling and stuff like that. Time to pop the balloon and then we can start assembling everything together. This project wasn't really a long project to do. It was just a lot of hurry up and wait. If you're in the film industry, y'all understand what I mean by that. But it was a lot of get it all done, get it thinged, and then wait a whole week for it to dry. Now it's time to pop the balloon. Let's just pop it. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Look at that! It kept the shape. I was so afraid that I was gonna pop this thing and then this was just gonna deflate. Look at that. Did it, everybody! I did it right this time. First things first, I'm going to cut this off. Okay, I can just pull that off. That actually came off a lot easier than I thought it would. This is it right now. Yeah, so my dad had to cut that piece out so then that way this could fit in. So now it's time to attach this into the middle of this. I'm gonna use this yarn. The normal yarn that I would have been using is in the house and I just don't wanna go get it. This will be fine. I'm gonna start in this corner here. Okay, this part's not gonna be too interesting. I'm just gonna be sewing it up. I just went all the way around. Done, that's what it looks like. Okay, so it's time to set up the light. I brought some light bulbs from the house. So what I'm thinking is I want it here. I have this, which I could stick. Cause like, here's the thing, I don't wanna drill into here. I don't know what's up there, so I don't wanna drill into the camper, you know what I mean? I wanted this to go into there, but it's gonna come right out. Electrical tape. This with the electrical tape, you know, and then this could go on it like that. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I can electrical tape the whole thing. I know, it's not looking pretty, but it's okay. Oh, that just came right off. That's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, it's good. Good enough for me. By the way, I just want to point out that that's temporary until I can think of something better. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, let's shut this one off so you can kind of get the full effect. Oh, I guess I do have to take the bulb out. Haha. LED bulb does not get hot. Also, I'm not going to be leaving it plugged in or turned on 24/7, okay? This has to go in here, that, and then I could take some of this black electrical tape, come in here and just close that off. All right, I'm just taping the inside where my dad could cut that. The light bulb in. All right, everybody, are you ready to see what it looks like with light? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Look at that! It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, it actually worked out. Wow, it's not moving. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. It is stiff, but there is still like movement in it. It's not rock hard like paper mache would be. It's not losing its shape either, so I think this is perfect. It's the perfect lampshade. Let's give this a little bit of a 360, so there's that side. Come on over. Okay, look at how cute that is. And this is not budging. Also this, very lightweight. Just want to show everybody that the light bulb is nowhere near the crochet elements, okay? You see, look at how much space there is between the light bulb and the crochet on all sides. It's not hitting anywhere, okay? Just thought I should let you see that. There we go, everybody. I did it. It looks so cute, and I kind of want to make more. This turned out pretty good. I am really impressed with it. All right, and the lamp is done. It is on. It is over there. I think it turned out so good, and now I want to make more of them. I do wish that I was able to keep the 6 panels. Unfortunately, I didn't think Amazon would be a good idea for some reason, but I should have went on Amazon first because they have 36-inch balloons. Next time I'll order it from Amazon. I don't know, I try not to order things on Amazon if I can help it, but then I ended up ordering the power, the light pluggy thing anyways, so, you know, that's on me. I just assumed a regular store like Walmart or Michael's or Canadian Tire would have giant balloons. Nope. But also, I didn't want to spend $16 because I looked it up last night and they were $16 for like a pack of like, I don't know, but it was for a pack of them, and I only needed one. I didn't want to pay $16, $17 for a balloon. You see kind of where I am going now. Also, I didn't want to spend that much money and it just didn't turn out, so that's why I wanted a cheaper balloon. It's fine. It was just kind of like a test to see if it would work, and it worked. I have all that glue and I have so much yarn. So that's not a problem if I want to do it again. And I think I do want to do it again eventually, okay? Not right now. I think I give this probably an 8 out of 10, minusing marks because I wish it was the 6 panels. But other than that, I think it's pretty good for my second attempt at a lampshade. I was gonna say for my first attempt at a lampshade, second attempt. You saw where I went wrong and you saw how I fixed it. So if y'all at home wanna do it, you know what to do. The thing I put up on the ceiling is still there. It has not fallen off. It's still taped and up there. Probably should have used white tape, blend in with the white ceiling, right? But the light is still working. The lampshade is still stiff and it's good. And it's great. And I'm really surprised of how it turned out. It turned out exactly how I wanted to, minus the 2 panels I had to cut off. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty good. I think that does it for this video. So y'all have a good day now.